Maybe. Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. January 7th, 2025. For the first time this new year, we are here on Tuesday night for Tuesday Night TerrorVision. I am joined by the one, the only, that's Mrs. Co-host to you, Trina from Real Hara.
Hello, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy to be back and looking forward to doing this review.
Absolutely. It's good to be back. We've been on, it's like we were talking right before we came on air, that it seemed like it had been forever since we've done this. So
yeah, it does feel like a long time, but in reality it's only been 2 weeks off.
Yeah, it has. It's been 2 weeks, and I streamed almost as much while the week I was on vacation as it like a normal week. I'm not going to be there Monday. I'm there Monday night. We streamed we didn't stream Christmas Eve. I think we streamed Christmas Day, maybe, and then and then Sunday night. I think I did something. I can't remember, but I streamed at least twice out of the 4 days I was on vacation. But to be fair, everybody in my in-laws' house goes to bed at like 8:30. So I'm like, I can't do this.
You can't go to bed early.
I could, like, in my own house, yeah, because I can sit there in my bed, and I can watch TV, and I have my laptop or my phone, and I'm in bed, I can chill and watch a show or do some work. Yes. At somebody else's house, no, I cannot. The guest room, I don't have the TV, and yeah, it's just no, I can't. Luckily, my mother-in-law has like an office kind of in her basement, like where she has her computer set up. So I just moved her stuff, and I set my secondary mic up and used the laptop for travel purposes. And you had a good holiday though.
Yeah. It was the break was nice. Excellent. It was nice to spend time with the family, and it was great.
Good deal. Santa Claus is good to me as usual. I got some new rings. I got actually 27 to be exact. I got a set of 27 new rings. Yeah, my pinky ring is pretty rad.
Oh, that's cool.
I got that one, and then I got a couple new ones on this hand too, right there. If you can see the pinky and the ring finger, where my wedding ring usually is now another skull. So yeah,
that skull kind of looks like the
Jason Goes to Hell thing.
Yeah.
Yep, it does. But
that's cool.
So I got some new bling. I just been like my main goal during this has been two things I've been lifting is them weights and that fork. And I've got, I didn't eat bad during the holidays. Like I pretty much kept to my normal eating. Just added more food to that, but I still like right now, like 222.5. So I'm up almost 20 pounds since the end of November.
Oh my God.
Is what I wanted though. Like I've been 6 days a week, like every day.
Yeah.
I get that one, I'll take one day off. Like tomorrow I'm not going to work out because I'm going to cut firewood. So I'm like, that's my lifting right there.
Yeah, I was going to say that's still a workout.
Yep. So yeah, and then tomorrow night I'm going to camp to wrestle, to practice because I've got my match in less than 2 weeks. So yeah, Yeah, this is real. My boots will be here in like within the next week and a half. I'm yeah, it's real. This shit's real. So
nice.
I'm gonna be putting together the ensemble, getting the Wrestling with Horror logo up in the corner of the screen there. Will be on my singlet. Eventually I'll get it on the pants when I get my new pants. And yeah, I'm getting a military style green jacket, kind of like Jason in part 6, to wear down to the ring.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole thing. And I'm using Man Behind the Mask now instead of the part 3 theme. I'm like, I got to use Alice Cooper. I'm like, I can't not use Al. I'm like, man, I was working out and I was listening to the different songs and I'm like, nah. I'm like, Alice Cooper, Man Behind the Mask is it. I'm like, that song just hits right from the beginning and it stays there. And
I love Alice Cooper so much.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's shit's hype. His shit's hype. Let's say hi to the chat here. Lurch Troll. Hola. Hola,
hey,
Lurch. Good to see you. CB's here watching NXT on Netflix as well as this. Well, glad to see you, CB, and thank you for joining us last night. Appreciate it. Oh no, we're streaming. We're streaming. Believe it. Believe it. We're here. Who else is here? Let's see. Oh, Janet. Janet from another planet. Welcome, Janet.
Hey,
hi.
Janet.
Actually, we have some more it's Etep's feeling, it's not Christmas, but we got 5 more gift memberships to give away. So let's drop those in the chat right now. So there we go. There's another 5. And if you're a channel member, what up, Jason Holt, Steve Kenobi? Good to see you guys. We just uploaded the These People Are Fucking Happy cast. It wasn't a live edition. It was a pre-recorded one with myself and Fisky and Brutal. And we watched some funny videos and had a conversation for about an hour. And that's up for channel members right now. If you're on Patreon, that's patreon.com/wrestling with horror 420. You will get the unedited version of that, which includes the WWE footage we can't show on YouTube, even for channel members. Plus, there's a ton of commentaries over there. We're waiting for Trina to do a Terrifier one with us.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Wait, Trina. So what you're saying to me is,
don't do it. Don't do it.
What you're, I'm going to do it. You know I'm going to, Trina. I have to.
Pack up! Get up! That ain't gonna work for me, brother! Is that good?
At least it was one with Trey because he's adorable.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's got, I know we've been talking about doing the videos with him. I'm going to try to do it this weekend in front of the green screen is back behind this green screen, which I shot. I'll show you a skit I did for the show last night. Maybe we'll show it at the end of the stream after we get done with the review. I did a January 6th skit with some of my characters for our extravaganza that we put on last night. So yeah, it was, Etep and Ray Eteps and Yuri Grabovich was there and Jimmy Joe Bobby and Billy Ray Earnhardt. They were there. They were all at the Capitol. You should have seen them. It was
nice.
YouTube, this is parody, mind you. I'm going to get fucking knock at my door. I'd be like, I'll go put my commie hat on. I'd be like, I put a picture of me with the red coat and the commie patch and the fucking Ushanka on Facebook the other day. I was like, nobody, absolutely nobody, no one ever, me, just with the commie shit on.
Oh my God.
It's like, look, comrades, we got the movie to review though. So, all right, folks, tonight we are reviewing. Let me get my notes here. We're reviewing New Year's Evil from 1980. This is a Canon Films production, directed by Emmett Alston, starring Roz Kelly, Kip Nevin, and Chris Wallace. Not Chris Wallace from Fox News, not that.
Wallace. That Chris Wallace.
It is that Chris Wallace. I know.
Okay.
I was like, what the? This is. I had to look. I'm like, this is the actual Chris Wallace. I didn't think he was an actor.
I didn't even recognize him until I was looking at the cast list.
That was it. I saw the names and like on IMDb, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's like that Spider-Man meme. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Huh? Like it is. It's him. It's like, holy shit. So wait, before we get into it, I have this, and the soundtrack to this, both I liked some of it and some of it I'm like, oh my God, please stop. It's an earworm. Please stop. But New Year's Eve. They use that song during the movie, I think at least twice too, because the band plays it. And then I think it just played at some like other random time. I was like, wasn't this the title track? This isn't the end of the movie. Like, what are we doing?
I loved the soundtrack to this movie. Like that song actually sounds like it could be on an Alice Cooper album.
Yeah. I liked the title track. I did. I liked it.
Yeah.
Like I said, that one coming into it, I was like, when I started taking my notes, I'm sitting at my computer, my lap, like, okay, my cat's like, stop moving, Dad. I'm like, no, Mr. Beans, you sit there. Dad's rocking out. This is a good song. It was good. This movie, the runtime was so tight. It was a compact 86-minute runtime. And so I'll read the synopsis that was on Amazon. So that's where we watched. I think you streamed it on Prime Video as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we both watched the same cut, 86 minutes. This New Year's, you're invited to a killer party. While the host of a punk rock TV show is broadcasting live, she begins receiving calls on air from a psychopath who's planning to kill a naughty girl as midnight strikes in each U.S. time zone. So there's your plot for this, okay?
Yeah.
And I said we're going to do this review in points of characters. We can do story, writing, cinematography, however you feel as though, break it down, character development like that, in lieu of giving you a blow by blow review of this movie, which I would recommend this movie. It's got some good moments in it. It's not great. Like I said, it's Canon Films. They start out hot though. I will say that this movie starts out hot. Like they don't waste any time. This is a Canon Films movie, so you're like, bang, right into the thick of things with this. I didn't like. Hang on, let me pull the thumbnail up here. This is one thing that got me. Let me pull the thumbnail, and as you can see on the poster here, this face. They show you who the fucking killer is. Like,
I was surprised at that.
They gave it away right up front. And speaking, we'll talk about. Can we talk about characters? I'll have bumpers. We'll finalize the 4 areas and then final score. And I'll have like a bumper for each like characters, be like something like that, across the screen. But we'll have something like that for next week.
Okay.
So we'll talk about characters. First of all, I laughed because I called, what's her name? Diana. So Diana's like, she's our main character. Diana, or Blaze, as her TV personality. She's like a host of a rock show. And she's hosting the New Year's Eve celebration, which is taking place. They're broadcasting over 3 time zones.
Yeah.
So this, and it's funny too, because like you get the opening with her kind of being pampered in front of the mirror, putting the makeup on. And, you see she's almost abrasive at first. I'm like, man, she's a bitch. Like, is this kind of like, is this how she's going to be through the whole movie? Or, it's just kind of pressure leading up to the show. And so you have her and then her assistant, and who was Yvonne, and her agent was, I believe, Ernie.
Yes.
The guy is her agent or publicist, Ernie. I think is her agent. But
I think it's like her manager.
Manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're in like her hotel room, and she's, the show is in that hotel. So Yvonne like leaves to go to her room. And this Yvonne character, we're like, okay, so she's kind of like her runner we get. So she's up there, and she goes in the room, and I can't remember if she locked the door or not, but she walked in, and then it's like, she's sitting there and the faucet's dripping, turns it off, comes out. You see the fucking door open,
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like, durr. And then she sees somebody walking away. Then it goes in, the faucet's dripping again. And it's like, unless you're really drunk or really stoned, like you're going to remember you just turned that fucking faucet off. I wouldn't even have reached in there at this point. she would have had a better chance of just making a run for it. But of course, she's our opening kill. That's why we get just basically nothing from Yvonne. She goes in there, turns the faucet off, and all of a sudden, out from behind the shower curtain, she gets pulled in, and you just basically she gets stabbed. You hear a scream, whatever. So she's out, and then we kick into the main title card, and then we lead into the beginning of the movie. So Diana is this Blaze character, and she kind of, I don't know, I had a hard time with development with her. There really wasn't. I didn't really see much of any. There's really, and she's the main character, and there's really no real. I mean, she has. Can you even call it an arc?
No, she's just
there.
She just stays how you meet her in the beginning is how you feel about her through the whole movie, and it's I think it makes sense given the killer's motivation at the end, why they didn't make her sympathetic to the audience. I think that it was kind of told through the killer's perspective in a way.
Yeah.
So there's no arc, there's no the development. She just is, as soon as you see her, you don't like her, and that's how you feel about her the entire time. That doesn't change. I thought at first, going through the movie, halfway through, I'm really surprised that they don't her character isn't changing at all. Usually you see some kind of change in a character, but not with this one. But yeah, like I said, the way it ends, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because that we meet, like I said, her son, who Derek. You can tell right from the word go, this kid's odd.
Yes.
And the way he was acting, I immediately, and it's funny because the psychologist, which I have to look up who plays him because I can't remember what the actor's name was, but he mentions an Oedipus complex. And I'm watching the son and just listening to him, and it's this guy's got, he's got mommy issues, big time. And later on, you kind of see, it comes to fruition that he does, this, and he's just odd through the whole movie, and there's a payoff to that too.
And his problems with his mother are founded. I mean, not to the extreme that he goes to. Obviously, that's not, we don't want to promote that, but
no,
the way that she treats him, you can see why he feels the way he does.
Yeah, she's very career oriented and very dismissive of him and her husband, pretty much.
Yep.
Which, speaking of that, his name, it's funny too, through my entire review, which I typed up, I referred to him as his first incognito name, which was Jeffrey. So I just called him Jeffy. It was when he was pretending to be the orderly at the sanitarium. So her husband's name is Richard. It's Richard Sullivan, I believe the husband's name is. Yeah, because she's Diane Sullivan.
Yes.
And yeah, it was so funny though, because I just referred to him literally through the entire review as Jeffy. That was just Jeffy the whole time. And this dude, he goes to the sanitarium, and I love how they have the New Year's Eve thing on in the sanitarium. And all the crazies are just, they're just fucking dancing to the rock and roll. And he fucking meets that nurse. He meets that nurse, and automatically just he seduces her. I'm but we don't know who we didn't really know who he was yet.
And she wasn't even inebriated or anything like that.
No.
So they kind of rushed that.
Yeah. He whipped out a bottle of champagne, and she was like, okay, bet.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know who you are. I've never worked with you. But apparently she found him very charming enough to be like, yeah, let's party.
Yep. And she did.
Yeah, that's great.
That's Nurse, what was her name? Nurse Jane.
Jane, yep.
Nurse Jane, yeah. It was, yeah, and you get a good impression that Nurse Jane fits the stereotype ahead of her time. She was ahead of the curve.
This was good. I like I liked the characters in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't really hate any of the characters. The one thing that got me was the detective, which was one of the main actors. His name, let me scroll back up here. Was that Chris Wallace? Was he the detective?
Yeah, he was one of the cops. I think he was a lieutenant.
Yeah, he was the main lieutenant. Yeah, that was Chris Wallace. I was like, they didn't really. He didn't have a lot to do for like big scenes. Mm-hmm. He was, he until like the third act, he was pretty much like relegated to like quick side cuts. I'm not saying he didn't have a decent amount of screen time, but he was like the main cop in this, supposed to be the protagonist, and I felt like he was playing second fiddle.
Yeah, definitely. Because like at one point, was it him that announced the lockdown at the crowd in the hotel?
Yep.
Yeah, and they were like, we don't want to hear from any cops and stuff like that. And so, yeah, he was definitely not the one to be liked in this movie.
Yeah. Hey, Cotton Ministries and the lovely Sherry's here.
Hey, guys.
Since I don't have the other horsemen, I'll have to do it. Sherry, baby, I. Won't you come out tonight? There you go. There, that's just me. That's all you got tonight. Other than my Instagram picture, Sherry. Wink. Sherry follows me on Instagram. Big fan. She's a big fan. I'm just teasing you, Sherry. What up, Godzillionaire? What up, everybody? No, there wasn't really a character to hate. Like Jeffy there, Richard Sullivan. He made me laugh, if anything, as a villain. I love when he makes the first phone call. He's like, he's got the voice changer. He's like, I'm evil. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy fucking Canon Films, Batman. Like, holy, what in the name of Golan Globus is this? And it was Mannheim Golan and Euron Globus just sitting back going, let's just make the killer call himself evil. That'd be great. Like, that's exactly how that pitch meeting happened. They're like, fuck it, he's just gonna call himself evil. We got to shoot this thing in like 24 hours.
I know.
They actually, they used a couple different sets in this, not to get too far off the characters, but they did use a couple different sets, so it wasn't just an isolated claustrophobic type setting, which was nice. You would think with a lower budget movie that they'd be relegated, but no, not Canon Films. That's what I love about Canon. They took a small budget and they made that shit look fucking awesome.
Like, oh yeah, they put a good movie together.
Avenging Force with Michael Dudikoff and Steve James is still one of my favorite movies. Like, I love that movie to death. It is fantastic. You can catch it on YouTube. Somebody uploaded it on there. I can't remember where it's streaming, but I want to buy the Canon box set because that's in there. And I watched that movie for the first time, I think when I was like 7 or 8. It was around the time it came out. Okay. So that came out between 88 and 86. I
don't think I've ever seen that. I'll have to look it up.
It's like the villains are this white supremacist group called Pentangle, and they're all like these affluential like businessmen in the South, and they hunt people for sport. It's fucking rad.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna definitely check that out.
And Michael Dudikoff was the one that was supposed to play Spider-Man for Canon Films.
Oh, wow.
He was also in some of the American Ninja movies. So is Steve James. Steve James sadly passed away of pancreatic cancer years ago, but he was they were just a great pair. Like they were peanut butter and jelly, ebony and ivory, literally working together in harmony. But Canon Films, like I said, I enjoy schlock. They do the Chuck Norris stuff, and people love schlock. And this is, but you look at it, films like this, they had heart. You know, it did. It's like almost like The Little Engine That Could, as far as like your B movies go. But
yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, there's something about like these low budget movies that, you know, like, yeah, you can tell they're low budget, but you can also tell that they like put a lot of thought into the script and, you know, like what they were making. It's like you can have some really like high budget movies that come out like crap. So the money behind a movie really just depends on what the talent, what the director, the screenwriter, all of that, what they're up to. Really, that's what determines how good a movie comes out as.
Yeah. And these, like the scripts are not particularly strong. It's more so just the action in this. I mean, the story is, I'll give them this. They tried something. It wasn't a bad concept.
I liked it. I really do. I like this movie.
It was fun. Because like, even though they gave the killer away, it's like, okay, so they gave it away. So they at least got to make it compelling. How's he going to pull this off? And they put him on basically like a time limit. He's on a clock.
Yeah, like and there's actually another level to the reveal, like, because I was the same way. I was like, wow, I can't believe they're showing us who the killer is right away. But then it's like there's still a little twist later on where we find out who he, like, how he can want me to just say it, that he's Diane's husband.
Yep.
And like, so you. Yeah, like how they set that scene up was clever, and you didn't see that coming, so I appreciated that. And then there was still stuff left for him to do, and it was executed, I think, very well.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they executed it well. I think there was, like I said, there was a clear effort here, and they added that little twist in at the end with finding out. And they talked about in brief, there was like bit parts of exposition throughout the movie about the backstory to Richard, or Jeffy, as I called him, through the whole review. And, you know, he went to the Crawford Sanitarium first and killed that nurse Jane. He records each kill with the countdown in the time zone, and then he calls it in and plays it on the air live. And so he's got to hurry up and get the next victim, and he's got to scout these victims out in real time and execute this plan, record it, and get to a phone and play it. And his disguises, like, what was the first one was the orderly. The second one, he was a like a sleazy like agent. He picked up those two women in that bar
with that fake mustache.
Oh my God, that fake mustache was hilarious. I was like, yeah, that is Jeffy's got himself a fine lip cover there.
Yeah,
that's a fine upper lip scarf, Jeffy.
And the way they had, like, he portrayed himself, like he wore his disguise as well.
He did.
Yeah, like that. It was cool. I like how he did that.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. So he takes the two women from the bar, and the one, Allie, just wouldn't shut up. Oh my God. He was you could see his face in the car, and it was great acting. That was solid fucking acting on his part.
Yeah, definitely, because you could see it on his face that he was like, man, this bitch will not shut up.
She's like, my roommate's got to go with us. He's like, yeah, that's fine. The more the merrier.
I know. Yeah. And then that was a mess.
Yeah. He gives the one money to go into the fucking liquor store. He goes, go in there and get liquor. She goes in and gets liquor, and then comes out, and all of a sudden it's like, where's the fucking cart? Here's a shoe. Here's the shoe. I love it. He's in the dumpster. He's like, surprise, bitch, and pulls her in.
Yeah, he's holding like, what was it? Was he had a lighter on or something?
Yeah,
like
he had a fucking lighter. I was like, what is he, a trash panda? Jesus. He's in there. Good. He's in there with like a chicken bone.
I know.
Jeffy, you were hungry, man. You couldn't even wait. But she saw her friend's sweater like hanging out, and he fucking pulls her in. And we'll come back to, you know, those two. We come back to them later on. But yeah, I was honestly like, please just kill her. Please. Yeah. I was thinking he was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna crash this fucking car. Like,
I know.
I can't deal with this bitch. Well, he's a cokehead too. We find out like he's heavy into the fucking powdering of the nose. So, because they mentioned that in the beginning, oh, he was down at the club and he's not well, and it's like the mom kind of alluded to it, and I was like, yep, Diane. But yeah, so he offs them two, and then he switches disguises again to a priest this time, isn't it? Yeah, I think it was a priest.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it was it the priest after that? Yeah, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he went to he was in his car just driving down the street, and those bikers saw him, and one guy flipped him off, and they made a point to show him, and then he fucking runs him over. He's not paying attention when he's driving. Distracted driving, kids.
Yeah, he was listening to the
radio.
The shoot. Yeah, the awards show on the radio.
Yep. And all of a sudden, boom! He's fucking runs his biker over. He takes off, and they fucking chase his ass down to a drive-in movie. He goes in. And then he parks his car, and he's waiting in the car. And then he sees the bikers all just blowing past the fucking poor kid with the acne and the paper hat at the booth. And fucking, he's like, he gets out of his car, and they showed the young couple making out in the car, and the gratuitous tit shot of the blonde girl. And what up, Justin Proper? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, Vinny.
Justin.
Hail, good to see y'all. So I love because he fucking rips old boy out of the car. He's in his fucking he's still in his priest outfit at this point. Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, and the girl, he just fucking takes off with her. He's like, "Fuck it, you'll do." He's like, "It'll be fine."
Another thing I loved about that. He decides to hide out at this drive-in theater, and this is great because you know how when you used to go to drive-in movies, they would have like more than one movie playing?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that because there's like 3 different horror movies that are going to be playing that night. And I was like, these all sound awesome. Like, I want to see these movies. I can't remember what they were called in the movie though. But I was like, these sound awesome.
I mentioned one of them in my notes. Let me find the drive-through here. I took 8 pages of notes on this movie. It was ridiculous. Let's see. Okay, so that was the Crawford Sanitarium scene. Let's see. Okay, Jeff takes his old lip warmer out for a test drive at the local discotheque and observes the party goers from the bar. Let's see. I didn't know Allie's name, so I just called her Blondie. Let's see. Okay, flees the drive-through. Bloody Feast was the one movie that was playing.
That's the one.
That's the one they were showing on the screen. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bloody Feast.
I was like, I want to see this movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, does this really exist?
I know. Why is it that actually that's happened before where there'll be a movie showing inside a movie and it'll be like, I want to see that movie.
Except the one from The Office where Jack Black is making out with that old lady.
Oh, dude.
Who was that? Was that Faye Dunaway?
I can't remember who it was.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're talking about Richard still. So I'd say Richard has like the actual only arc in this movie, because at first you think he's just crazy, and then like through the little bits of exposition you get throughout the movie, it really breaks down what the fuck happened to him, and then he just kind of spews it all out at the end.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about his character, let me get to this, because it was kind of funny. I mean, it was funny to me. Where is it? Right here. He starts to, this is when he has Diane. We're just gonna fucking jump around with this. He's got his wife. All right. He hits that one cop in the head with a fucking brick, right? Hey, officer, there's a drunk over here. Guy comes around, huh? Bam, right in the head with a fucking brick. It's like the LA riots. So he's got Blaze or Diane. He's got her chained up and handcuffed to the bottom of this elevator. And he says, let's see, wait, he says he tells her she's a trooper and the show must go on, but tonight it's going on without you. He starts to play the murder recordings for her, and he confesses that, dun, 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 he's evil. Yes, he is indeed evil, because he's fed up, and she's just like every other woman in his life. And Derek told him that she's a whore and a bad mom, and women are deceitful, immoral, and selfish. He admits to killing Yvonne first because he didn't get his allowance and because she castrated him. This sounds odd. Never mind. The real villain of this movie is misogyny, eh? I was like, that's the real villain? Is this Black Christmas 2019? What the fuck?
Well, this is, yeah. So this is actually, this is awesome, because horror gets accused of, well, I don't know if it still does, but it definitely used to with slashers, especially, always got accused of being misogynist.
Yep.
And yeah, so this, like, I don't know, is this the movie that started it all?
It might have been. It might have been. I think it very well could have. I somewhere Chris Fisk was just like, spider senses were tingling. He's like, I heard misogyny.
Chris is like, I identify with that guy.
And Chris is like, he wasn't wrong.
Right?
But so yeah, he says all this to her, and then he fucking he's got this little thing rigged to the elevator panel, so he's controlling the elevator. So he sends her ass all the way up. Now there's people in the elevator, and he's got a camera in there which he's watching on this little monitor. And then Chris Wallace from Fox News comes around the corner with all the other the cops, and they're like, hut, 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 hut. And then they just get into a shootout. They were, up, up, up. Come on, boys, let's go. Like, that was basically the dialogue.
That was good.
And they get into that big fucking shootout, and the fucking box gets shot. She's flying down. The fucking thing stops. And then he's like, he takes off to the fucking stairs, and they're all like, after him, up, 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 up. And they all go up the stairs. And then he's like, well, shit, if they're all just run upstairs behind me, I can just wait for him and shoot one of them. So he does. And the guy's like, call an ambulance. They just leave him and fucking run. Like, God damn.
I know.
I'm going to leave no man behind. This dude's been shot. And I'm just like, okay, put some tape on it. You'll be fine. Sit there. Pressure.
Yep.
And he goes up to the roof, and this is he has the mask he was wearing when he came out of the closet, because he was hiding in the fucking closet, and he came out and before he locked Blaze up in the elevator, Diane, he had the mask on. He comes out, and you're like, holy shit, is he gonna find? And he's like, no. And she's like, it's my husband, blah. He's not creepy or nothing. Like, how the fuck did you get in here? Like, what? But her weirdo Oedipus complex son was there too. So, but yeah. So he's on the roof, and the detective and another patrolman are up there. And what the fuck? Hang on. His line was fantastic. He was, let's see, what did he say?
Oh, the last thing he said before he took the plunge?
Before what the cop said to him.
Oh, he's like, freeze, put down the gun, and then Richard goes to like turn as if he's gonna jump, and he's like, don't you even think about doing it, you what did he call him?
Don't even consider it, you scum. That's what he said. Yeah. That's what he said. I'm like, don't even consider it, you scum. Like, what?
Yeah. Like, give this guy a job at the suicide hotline.
Yeah, like please don't. Like don't ever let this guy be a 911 operator. What up, Scrambles? You are welcome, sir. You are welcome. There's some new fresh members content up with more coming soon. Me and Tony are gonna do a member stream here. If I have time this week, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, Richard's dead at this point, and I love the scene where Derek is just pulling like the stocking over his head. I'm like, is he gonna start choking himself?
I know. Oh my god, that was so weird. The way he's like, you know what? It kind of reminded me of was it Buffalo Bill and Sounds of the Land?
I was just gonna say that. I was waiting for him to be like, "I'd fuck me so hard." Like,
yep.
I mean, what's wrong with you?
This obviously was before that, but damn.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from him.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it because Derek shows up and he's hugging his dad's body, and he leaves. And he takes a fucking mask. Takes the mask off his dad, and his arms all twisted around his back and shit. So it was extra funny, just the positioning of the fucking body. And he fucking they load the wife Diane. They got her off the elevator, and she's loaded in the ambulance. Only one EMT in there. So all right, let's go. Goes to the fucking driver and turns around. The driver's wearing the fucking goofy ass mask. It's baby boy Derek, and you see the other paramedic. The driver's dead on the floor of the passenger seat, like shoved down there, like it was Jason Voorhees that did it. And they take off, and that's how the fucking movie ends. And
I love this because this movie could have gotten a sequel.
Yep.
Because you hear on the radio that and it's midnight in Hawaii, so that's the fourth time zone.
Yep.
So, like, yeah, I thought that was a neat little addition at the end.
It was a nice little ADR piece. So we kind of touched on it, but the story was actually pretty good. It was a good concept for what it was. It was executed fairly well. Yeah, this was fun. I thought, like I said, for a lower budget movie, it was pretty well written. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The pacing was good because of the way they put in the time frame for everything. It has to happen at midnight here, midnight here. You know, he's on the clock with every kill. So it really made the movie move along.
Yep. I agree. Absolutely agree with that assessment. Now, so this came out in 1980.
Yes.
And it had a budget of $500,000. What were other movie like? As far as $500,000 for a budget of a movie back then, like what is that compared to?
What, like back then? Halloween, didn't Halloween or Friday the 13th have around a $500,000 budget? The first one. Halloween was in 78. Friday the 13th was 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me look that up. I'm pretty sure that one had around a $500,000 budget. Let's see. Hang on a second. The budget for the original Friday the 13th was $1 million.
Okay.
So it had a budget of $1 million.
Okay, so this was half that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say for the budget for this movie, the storyline, I think the premise of the movie, I really like it a lot.
Yeah. I had no issue with it.
Yeah, no, not at all. I really did enjoy it. I really did. I probably would watch it again. I wouldn't be like, hey, let's watch New Year's Evil. But you know, if it was like, if it was on, or if someone was like, hey, I've never seen this, I'd be like, yeah, let's watch it. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it was a fun, quick watch. There was little to no downtime. You got something with and there was a lot of musical scenes. They really focused heavy on that band.
Yeah, soundtrack is great.
Yeah, soundtrack's good. That's another thing. Soundtrack was good. What up, the Beast 808? Good to see you. Aloha and blessings, everyone.
Hey, the Beast.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. And we got 58 watching right now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. So yeah, story was good. Set pieces on this, locations, they moved around.
Yep.
They moved around quite a bit. You know, most of the main part of the story was in the hotel, but you had exterior locations. You had the bar, you had the drive-in, you had street scenes during the car chase. So I thought they gave, like I said, it didn't have a claustrophobic feeling, like it was all in one building, you know,
right.
Even though a lot of it was, they still took you out of there enough to remind you that there's life outside of this, which it gives you a better feeling of this is a lived in world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's one thing I like about these, where they are in a location that's populated and you can see other things going on while the story unfolds. You know, this is happening inside that world.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought they did a good job with that. Cinematography wise, wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like, oh man, the cinematography was amazing on this, but it was fine.
Yep, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
For a $500,000 movie, the budget was fine.
Yeah.
Yep. The cinematography was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, like, scoring this, I don't know. How would you score this one?
It's a tough one because, oh man, it's like I wouldn't change anything about the movie, but I wouldn't say it's a 5. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't seem right to say that. So, 3.5, I would say.
3.5. Yeah, I would go. I'm gonna say I'll give this one a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 3 on this one. Like I said, it wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was good. You could watch this one again, and not you'll probably catch a few little things that you didn't see the first time with this one. Honestly, I think it's one of those movies that there's probably some like background stuff that you're like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a great B movie. It's a great I do recommend it, definitely.
It fits in well in the Canon Films universe of movies. It really does. Yeah, it's worth a watch, Draven. It really is.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is a fun one, and you're literally, even if you don't like it, you're 86 minutes. You know, it's an hour and 26-minute movie.
Yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, that's actually another plus. On it. I can't stand really long movies. It's hard for me to sit still and concentrate. So yeah, like right under 90 minutes is perfect for me.
Yeah. Terrifier 2 hit that, it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I'm like, that's a long runtime for a movie like that, that is just there to shock you, basically.
I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you don't like end up like emotionally numb after.
I watched puppy videos all the way home from the theater.
I would be like so desensitized to. I mean, I'm just remembering the first Terrifier, and I was like, that is enough for me. And I was like, if I kept watching them, I feel like I'd be desensitized to everything bad in the world.
Yeah, after the third one, I got to go back and watch the All Hallows Eve. I've got that. I just got to watch it. And we got to say a big get well soon to J-Man.
Yes.
Great friend of the channel. Get healthy. Come back soon, because we've got another Argento movie lined up with him when he's back and able to stream again. But we want you healthy, brother. So get healthy, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, amen to that.
Yeah. I got something here to share. This is from the show last night. This is a sketch I did with some of my characters in honor of yesterday.
Come on, everybody! Come on! We're storming the Capitol! We're going in the doors! And we're storming the Capitol! We gotta get in! They won't let us in! It's our building! Everybody, we're getting ready to go in the Capitol! You guys, come on!
Me? I'm Etep. Who the hell are you?
I'm Ray Etep, damn you!
Ray Etep. That's the best you could come up with? Ray fucking Eteps? It's January 6th. But did you know on January 6th, 2021, over 9 billion people were evaporated by one single space laser? It's Rod. I have too much time on my hands.
That was actually well done.
Editing those bits together was a nightmare. On some of my, just like, I'm cutting the background audio on this guy. I don't need to hear what he's rambling about because I was just mumbling half the time for the other characters. Like they're just waving my arms and mumbling. It was just like being in Congress, I think. Draven mentioned a horror movie earlier. What was that movie? Terrifier 4 is confirmed now. I'm looking forward to it. Heart Eyes. Did you see the trailer for this one, Trina?
I don't think so.
Hang on. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to watch the trailer for this. Draven showed it to me earlier. It looks really good. Let's see. Heart Eyes trailer. All right. I got this pulled up. This here. Let me share this screen. Present. And that. I gotta cut this background music here. All right. This is Heart Eyes. This looks good.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. You're just too good to be true.
For the past 2 years, a masked maniac known as the Heart Eyes Killer has stalked,
hunted,
and brutally slain couples on Valentine's Day. With no motive yet uncovered.
This is more than just murder. He's like Cupid with a kink.
Oh, so much.
We're being chased by a fucking serial killer.
Hey, you good?
Yeah. He's gonna keep killing people. We end it here.
Hey, come on.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy B-Day!
Get killed, all right. What was...
Why would he say that?
That looks great.
I love
it.
I love that original song. They've ruined it for me now.
I know. This looks. I think you're gonna like this. That reminds me of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna watch it. That's one I'll check out. I'll probably go to see that one in the theater, honestly.
Definitely.
That'll be one I go see by myself, which is always nice because I go to the theater in Mount Pleasant. They got nice big ass recliners, and yeah, I go to like a late show by myself. It's only like a 45-minute drive. Yeah.
But why would you go? Wait, when is it coming out? Is it coming out on Valentine's Day?
If it does, I'll go by myself. Absolutely.
What do you mean? Why would you go by yourself, not your wife?
She won't want to go see that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Was that Hard Eyes?
Yeah.
Hard Eyes. Release date. February 7th, week before.
Okay.
If Valentine's Day. Would it be Saturday the 14th? Yes.
Oh, so wait.
Valentine's Day's on a Friday, though. Isn't it? Yeah, it's a Friday.
Yeah, Draven says, tell her it's a romantic movie and bring her with you.
I would. That'd be funny. Well, it's a Friday night. Saturday night's for the wives. Friday night is for the Gumar. So,
no, every night is for the wives.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that shit.
Friday night's for the Gumar. What are you talking about? You're getting your days mixed up, Trina. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that one too. The new Wolfman.
Oh, that and Nosferatu.
Yeah, I saw Nosferatu.
Oh, you saw that one?
Yep.
You like it?
Yeah, I did. I'll give it for some reason I'm rating it out of 10, and I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like I know everybody is like raving about it. It's absolutely like say it is the best movie they've ever seen, like ever in their lives. I liked it a lot. I think it was a beautiful gothic horror, like they get the setting perfect. Definitely give them that. Acting was fantastic. There's something in the script, or just there's something in it that's missing for me. I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, there's just something in it that's keeping it from me giving it a perfect score. I don't know. But
you enjoyed it.
Yeah, oh yeah, very much. It's a beautiful movie.
Okay. All right. That one I'll probably catch on. I won't be able to see that one in the theater. That one I'll see when it comes out on streaming. When does Wolfman drop? That one's coming out pretty soon.
Wolfman comes out on the 17th.
Okay. I could probably skate to the theater to see that one.
I'm looking forward to that. That's Lee Wanell is involved in that.
Nice.
I'm so psyched about that.
From the original Saw.
Yes.
Yep. I'm good with that. I saw the trailer again for that the other day. I'm like, yeah, this has got, and I'm not a huge werewolf guy. I'm not. There's some great werewolf movies that I really like. But it's out of my monsters, not the favorite one, but yeah, there's been some excellent werewolf films and some transformation scenes. Even Teen Wolf had a great transformation scene. Let's be honest.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Sarcasm.
But yeah, that's the thing with werewolves. It's like
it's hit or miss.
You got to have a big budget because the transformation is very important. If you don't get the transformation right, I'm sorry, the whole movie is messed up.
Dog Soldiers did it really well.
It was done well in that movie. That's just, I don't know. For some reason, I'm not a big fan of that movie.
I really like that one.
Oh yeah, I know. A lot of
like
people do.
Yeah, that and I'm trying Draven says the best werewolf design for me will always be Monster Squad. Yeah, Uncle Rico looked good as the Wolfman in that.
Yeah. Love that movie.
And he could still throw a football over those mountains over there. I'm trying.
Oh no, Vinny is saying he heard Wolfman design is terrible. Oh man.
Ah, damn it. What was the other one I was thinking of? Silver Bullet.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? Dude from Twin Peaks. He was in People Under the Stairs. He was the pastor that was the werewolf in that. Which in the book, I think he's like more of the central character than Corey Haim's character.
All I know about that movie, all I remember is that it looked like a bear instead of a wolf.
The scene in the swamp always creeped me out when it was hiding under like the fog and it was like picking those people off one by one. When I'm like, why are they walking through the swamp looking for this? This doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Just so they can die, basically. But yeah, that scene always creeped me out. And the scene in the greenhouse. I remember they showed that on the TV commercial for like when there was airing on like our local CBS affiliate on like Saturday night, the terrifying silver bullet. And you see the guy walking through the fucking greenhouse and he just busts through the glass and it cuts away.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Draven. Okay, so which one did you not see? The one with Del Toro?
And Anthony Hopkins? That one was fucking excellent.
Yeah, that's an awesome movie. So another movie that's coming out in January that kind of looked good. Well, actually two more in January that looked good to me. Of course, we'll see when they come out.
Yeah.
Is Presence. That's it's a haunted house, but it's shot in like a first person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very interesting. And then there's Companion coming out on the 31st of January. That one looks really good.
The end of the month, I'm going to see Dog Man, the cartoon movie. Trey wants to see it, so. But no, I've seen the preview for Presence and Companion. Companion was the one about was that the wait. Have I seen? I don't think I've seen the one for Companion.
It looks good if you want to play it, but it's about I'll just let you do it then.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. All right, let's see here. Let's present, as it were. There we go. God damn it.
My love must be a kind of polite love.
Shabab.
All right. I only have eyes for you.
From the unhinged creators of Barbarian.
I like that.
I know it's going to sound cheesy, but the moment we locked eyes, there was just a spark.
Why'd I gotta fuck up all my songs, man? Fucking killing me with this shit. No, that looked good. That looked good. That's the dude from Jennifer's Body and the OC, Adam Brody, isn't it?
Well, I don't know the actor's name, but he's in The Boys.
Oh no, that's not him. That's the dude that plays. What's his name? Is that Huey?
I think that's his name. Yeah, the
Huey on
character
The Boys.
name.
Yeah. That motherfucker mixed up. Yeah. What did we just watch? Yeah, I want to see. I've never seen Barbarian. I've never seen that.
It's pretty good. It is pretty good. I'm surprised that Companion isn't coming out in February.
Right? It
has like that Valentine's feel.
It seems like a movie that would fit well there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why they're not putting that one there, I don't understand. It's weird. Like, it must be something. There's probably something else they don't want to release it against, I would imagine then.
Oh, I guess he was also the boyfriend in Scream 5. I don't remember Scream 5.
I've got Scream 3 out there on VHS.
Nice.
I don't think I've seen past that. I pretty much was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm kind of done. I'm done with Scream. I did see 5. And at first I was like, yeah, I like this. And then it's like more and more I thought about it and stuff. I was like, that wasn't a good movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of them.
It's weird because usually it's the other way around, where you don't really like a movie and then it grows on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got some good stuff coming up for horror this year.
Yeah, 2024 was a good year for horror. I think 2025 is going to kind of follow that. And I still have my fingers crossed for Halloween of this year for the Crystal Lake series. I swear to God, I'm so still cautiously optimistic about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to come out this Halloween. I don't know. And I'm still waiting to see what they're going to do with that the Halloween universe series after Miramax got the TV rights for that. Are they going to do a Dr. Loomis show? What are they going to do there? That kind of I'm still, that has me intrigued as well.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I was just going to say, oh no, wait, do you have more to say about Halloween?
No.
Oh no, manliness, no.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Ooh.
No, we are not. Do not speak that into existence.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
Oh man, because and I don't want to talk about it, but Saw 11 is coming up, and but that's September of 2025. So gotta wait a while for that, and then even longer is the Black Phone 2. I'm looking forward to that.
I own that. I haven't watched it yet.
The first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought it.
It was an awesome movie.
And I've heard nothing but good things about that.
And one that I'm kind of like, I don't know. They're making a movie, The Bride. Based on Frankenstein's Bride, the Universal Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about. I'm leery because I feel like I know where it's gonna go.
Do you think they're gonna do like a girl boss thing with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because that's kind of what The Bride was initially. I mean, she rejects the monster that she was made for. She rejects the man she was made for. So yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't been done sooner.
Yeah, that seems like that would have been made for like the 2019 to 2021 type window.
Mm-hmm.
Right there in that peak intersectional feminist girl power film era that flopped so hard. Like a marlin on the deck of a boat fighting for air before it gets clubbed. Never mind. Yeah, Godzillionaire, Stranger Things season 5 is supposed to come out this year, which I'm looking forward to. I've been patiently waiting for that because, I think we've watched that. Trey and the wife and I have probably watched that whole show. Like, we're watching it again right now. We're in season 4? Yeah, we just started season 4 again. It's probably like the third or fourth time, maybe. Yeah, Trey really loves that shit, and it has that has one of the best soundtracks. Because I bought a couple of them. I've got 1 and 4. I got to get 2 and 3 on vinyl. So,
I've only watched the series like as the seasons come out only once.
Okay.
I really loved the first season. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it anymore, but I'll still check it out.
I liked the different shift tonally in the seasons. I know a lot of people didn't like the California arc. I like the Argyle character. I think he's funny as shit. And he added, there's always been comedy in the show to a certain extent. And I don't think it messed up any of the tension. There was still all the stakes were there. It was good. I really I dug it. You know, I see how people would have qualms about splitting the cast up across the country like that, because it kind of felt like Walking Dead or whatever, how they would separate everybody, you know, for a half a season, but which they kind of did here. But no, I thought it was still a good season. And the Vecna character is fucking wicked.
Oh yeah. The makeup on that one, that was awesome.
Yeah, it looked fantastic.
I forget who did his makeup. Was it wasn't it someone involved in Freddy Krueger?
He's like inspired by Freddy.
Yeah. I thought it was someone who like was worked on it, or
hang on.
I remember.
Barry Gower was the makeup artist who created the look of Vecna for season 4 of Stranger Things.
Okay.
He was he did the work for the Night King on Game of Thrones also.
Okay, Night King. All right. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, he's created some of the other upside down creatures as well, which those are always cool. That's the aesthetic of that show, the 80s nostalgia of it, plus the upside down, the look of everything. And that season 4, you get like, what is it, 2 or 3 episodes? The last 2 episodes are over 2 hours each. You get
that's right.
You get 2 mini movies at the end of those, and they're fucking great episodes.
Yep.
The most maligned episode in that show is season 2, episode 8, and that's the one where 11 goes to, I believe it's Indianapolis, to meet her the other, like, her sister or whatever. She was another one from the lab who escaped, I guess. And there's others with, like, I think they're like a gang or whatever. I think they have powers and shit. I can't remember how that one went, but because I've only watched episode once, I've skipped it. It was just that's the emo 11 episode. Yes. It was just that episode was just bad, because it's like it takes her out of Hawkins and just puts her on these, and it was like you just didn't care. You know, that's like the most hated episode of that entire series. Rob Zombie, Stranger Things, manliness.
So another show that came out, Bruce Campbell, I don't know if he was producer on it, but Hysteria. It's an 80s. It's set in the 80s. It's centered around satanic panic.
Okay.
It's really good. I can't remember what. I think it was on Peacock. But it was really good. It was another. It kind of felt it had a Stranger Thing type feel to it because of the 80s setting. And Bruce Campbell is like he's a cop or a sheriff, and it's weird because he's not usually in horror he's funny, and this isn't one where he's regular Bruce Campbell. But the series itself is really good. It's only had 1 season. I think it's only going to have 1 season.
Oh, damn. Kind of was one of those one and dones, huh?
Yep.
Either it was only designed or was like, hey, we know when to quit.
I think it was just meant to have 1 season.
That's good then. Have y'all watched Castlevania? I watched the first season of that, and I was like, this is dope, and then just never went back and watched it again. I liked it. It's not that I didn't want to watch it. It's just I never went back and watched it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. I thought it was really fucking cool. Like the visuals and everything. And like I said, I'm not much of an anime guy, but yeah, it was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It was. You have anything else? Was that it?
I think that's it.
No stream tomorrow night. I'll be at wrestling camp, and we'll try to do something on Thursday if I have time, because Thursday is going to be a busy day too. But yeah, and I'll be out watching the Shogun show Saturday night in West Branch out there. Super Shogun, their Ronin tournament to crown a contender for the heavyweight title. So yeah, that's coming up this weekend. Trina, what do you got coming up the rest of the week?
Okay, so it's Tuesday. So tomorrow, Vinny and I will be doing episodes 6 and 7 of Hannibal, the TV series. That will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then on Thursday we have Collectible Past at 8:30 Eastern. My God, I've been away for too long. I forget. On Tommy and Vinny's channel, and I think that's it. I think that's it for me for the week.
All right. Well, thank you. This was fun. This was a nice movie to review tonight. We got through everything, and yeah, well, this is how we'll format these from now on. And let's thank the chat here. I'm scrolling up. Let's see. So Lurch Troll, Superfan Adam Shawhan, CB, Steve Kenobi, Janet from Another Planet, Jason Holt. Thank you all. Manliness and Motivation, Cotton Ministries, the lovely Sherry, Scrambles the Death Dealer, Fallon Reacts, AngelousDraven, Vinnieart, Justin Proper, Godzillionaire. Let's see, I got Scrambles, The Beast, 808. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate everybody coming out, hanging out tonight.
I forgot to mention something. Sunday, we're reviewing Arcane Season 2, episodes 1, 2, and 3 on Vinny's channel. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry about that. No. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here with us and hanging out with us. Appreciate you all, and thank you to anybody watching on the replay.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.